Side Hustle Show 135, brainstorming a new affiliate site from scratch. Is this thing a go or a no-go? And actually, an affiliate site is probably the wrong thing to call it, where you probably should call it, hey, I'm going to build a branded site that is monetized with affiliate relationships. That's kind of just a shift in thinking that has taken me a while to come across, but that's probably how I would prepare this. So the initial idea I came up with was for the meal delivery services, like, here I'm on the Blue Apron homepage. This is one that we've tested out in the past. Gobble is another one that we've tested out in the past. I'm on the site for Table Runner. How it works is they, send you 3 or 4 meals in a box, and they give you all the ingredients. You just prepare it from scratch. Like, you don't have to go grocery shopping. They just send it right to you. You don't have to worry about meal planning. I thought this is kind of a cool business, and because this is kind of a trendy thing, maybe there's an affiliate opportunity here to be the review platform for all these different box services. Test them out, see which ones you like best. I mean, there's some fun content you could create, do the unboxing videos, all that sort of thing, and see where this goes. See if this might be an affiliate opportunity. That's kind of the initial idea that I came up with, and feel free to steal that. The meal delivery service review site. And I think there's an opportunity in general to review the products and services that aren't being reviewed on Amazon. Because, for everything, there's, for physical products, I'm generally going to go to Amazon for reviews. But for other things, like, that's where the opportunity lies in, building a review platform. And there's some plugins for WordPress that you can use to get this done. So I'm looking at Blue Apron, I'm looking at Table Runner, and so my first kind of step in doing this is just to see the market research for, what's out there. And so I've listed out, I was able to find 10 or 11 different meal delivery services at similar price points, Blue Apron being one, Plated being one, Gobble being one. And so I'm looking at my spreadsheet right now, and I've kind of itemized out, hey, what's the price per delivery? What's the price per meal? Importantly, do they have an affiliate program? Do they have a referral program? We're going to be able to monetize this. And just some notes on, general preliminary notes on, hey, where do they deliver? There's going to be one area of weakness. We'll get into that in a minute for these services. Hey, not all of them are nationwide just yet. And curiously, I found a lot of these through retargeting on Facebook. Like, what's their initial offer? Like, hey, we're going to give you, your first 2 meals free, you're going to get your first delivery for free. They're trying to hook people in. So they're investing in customer acquisition, which is a good sign, even if they don't have an affiliate program just now. So we're going to get into that in a second. So here's my list of merchants. I would love to see probably more than 10 or 12 to... somebody on Periscope is saying, I tap your face and make hearts. Thank you guys so much. I love seeing the hearts fly up over there. For podcast listeners, though, this might be one area of weakness for the site, is there's not a huge breadth of merchants out there. So that may limit the amount of content that's going into it. Next up, I'm looking at Google AdWords Keyword Planner, and if you type in Keyword Planner AdWords or Keyword Planner for Google, you'll get over to AdWords. And what I'm looking for in here is just to get an idea of the monthly volume. Who's looking for this stuff? Like, is anybody looking for this stuff? So I typed in meal delivery service, dinner box, Blue Apron alternatives, Blue Apron review, especially for the reviews, I think would be valuable keywords. Plated review, meal planning, just to get an idea of what's out there. Kind of do a brain dump at this stage, see what the general volume is. And at the top of the list, Blue Apron came back with 368,000 monthly searches, which was kind of surprisingly high. And then I realized, hey, some people might actually be looking for like a Blue Apron to wear, not necessarily the meal delivery service. So those numbers are probably inflated. But some of the other ones, like Plated Review, Munchery, like very targeted searches, and still pretty healthy search volume on those. So yeah, pretty compelling data there. The next thing I'm looking at is kind of the Google Trends. This is something I probably didn't look at before, but something that I would look at now to try and catch a rising trend. Like, hey, is this a search term, or is this a service business that's on the rise or on the decline? So I typed in dinner box, I typed in meal delivery service, and it looks like both of those are trending up. And one cool thing is, if I add in Blue Apron, you can see that they are way above anything else. Lots and lots of searches, and still definitely an upward trend on that. So far I'm thinking, hey, this might be a pretty compelling this might be a pretty compelling business, pretty compelling site to build. But there's still some other things to consider. So next, what I would probably go into is what I would call a SWOT analysis. If you remember from B School, this is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And so what I see as strength in this market is, hey, there's no one really in this space yet. Now, if I look up, plated reviews, for example, I can see that there are a handful of sites that are reviewing this service. A handful of sites specifically targeted to subscription box companies, reviewing subscription box companies, which I didn't really know that's a great niche, and that's a little bit broader. So there might be an opportunity to be the go-to person for, specifically for meal delivery services. But there are also some entrenched players, like I'm looking at Yelp, I'm looking at Money Under 30, I'm looking at Lifehacker on the first page. So there's some pretty established sites out there. So that might be a weakness here. But other strengths, hey, this is a growing market according to Google Trends, even according to the Keyword Planner. You can see a definite upward trend in the chart. So on these search terms, so kind of an interesting spot there. Plus, I think it'd be fun to create some content around this. Like you could do the unboxing videos. You could do, filming. You're making the videos in the kitchen. You could talk about the nutritional content. You could really create the go-to resource for these things. Green Bean Delivery Service has a $20 referral fee, says Rob on Periscope. That's a new one. I'm going to add that to my meal delivery research sheet here. Green Bean, but not nationwide. We'll add that in. Thank you so much. And I think it would be some fun content that you could create around there. Weaknesses. And I'm going to refer back to this spreadsheet. In terms of the weaknesses, one of the biggest weaknesses that I see is that not a lot of these programs have a dedicated affiliate program. In fact, Plated is the only one that has an official affiliate program through a third-party service. Some of the other ones, based on my research, have kind of a referral fee built in, like, hey, you can refer new members to get like discounts off your future subscription box, which is cool. Getting free food is cool. But in the example of Plated, $5 per order is not a really exciting commission. So one fear of mine in this, hey, this is kind of a low margin business. Like shipping costs are expensive, especially when you're dealing with food. And there's just not a lot of margin built into this. This is a kind of a $60 to $70 price point per week. And these businesses are spending money to attract new customers, but they have kind of a high cost structure as well. Now, Rob mentioned Green Bean has $20 referral fee. I think that's a fantastic commission. That's certainly better than the $5 from Plated. And you may run into on the weaknesses side that not all, and he kind of mentioned this too. Not all of these services are nationwide. And I think that's kind of a risk too. If you end up generating traffic from a certain area and your favorite service is just not available to that customer, like that's kind of a bad position to be in as well. So not all services delivering nationwide, I think that's a weakness. On the opportunity side, going to the O in the SWOT analysis, the lack of affiliate programs could actually be an opportunity in your space because these companies are spending money on marketing, to grow their subscription base. And so you could actually negotiate your own terms. You might be able to negotiate a private offer. It's really tough to do that without building the site first, because you'd be like, hey, I'm going to build this greatest site in the world for meal delivery boxes. So it's kind of a chicken and the egg thing. In the past, I had enough critical mass of other companies that did have referral programs that, okay, it makes sense to go ahead and build this type of site. But in this case, I don't know if it's there. Another opportunity might be, hey, people are interested in these services. They might be interested in complementary offerings. So if the straight affiliate monetization isn't going to work or is just not a big enough dollar volume, there might be some complementary services, meal planning services, other outsourcing service. Hey, this person is trying to be more efficient with their life. I don't want to be bothered with shopping and cooking and stuff. So there might be something else that you could build if you could build an audience around there. On the threat side, hey, what if this is a flash in the pan service that, is going away? Other threats, the the entrenched competition out there, it might be something to look at. So after kind of doing this analysis, the idea generation, the market research, the trend watching, checking out the competition, analyzing the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, you're kind of faced with a go, no-go decision. And in my mind, despite some of the things that look attractive to this opportunity, this is probably a no-go for me. And that's why I'll put it out there as if somebody else wants to run with this and see what's going on. One benefit might be, hey, if I have a business around this, maybe I can give meal delivery services for free as a write-off. So check with your accountant on that. But if it is a go, I would check, my next step would be, coming up with a domain name, right? And so I was looking at GoDaddy and I see that meal delivery service reviews.com. If you want to go old school exact match keyword, that is available for $2.99. Or if you want to go something a little more brandable, you could use a tool like namemesh.com. It's kind of a slick interface here. You type in keywords, it'll give you domain suggestions. So if you want to build like a brandable thing, I see that mealmartha.com is available, kind of a short, memorable thing. You could create a little cartoon logo and have some fun with it. That might be fun. And after I get the domain, the next step is really, to go about and test these services out and create mail delivery service. Yes, much higher margins, says Rob. I love it. And but meal delivery service, and going out and creating the content around that. And it's just a challenge to get this thing off the ground. So probably a no-go for me at this point, but hopefully this is given some insight into what my kind of brainstorming process would be on the affiliate marketing front. And thanks to everyone who tuned in on Periscope for this, and to all the Side Hustle Show listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, let's go out there, make something happen, and I'll see you in the next edition of the Side Hustle Show. Thanks, Chanel. Thanks, Rob. We'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks for listening to the Side Hustle Show at www.sidehustlenation.com.